What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the garage. I thought today we'd do something that I haven't shown before. I was talking to a couple guys on Instagram the other day, just messaging back and forth, and I guess some people are under the assumption that just because I work at Walmart, like I am flushed with every type of Hot Wheel car, super treasure hunt. Guys, that is not the case. I am just like y'all. I have to go hunt for what I find because I don't find crap at my store. Not very often. If I do, it's been picked over. I do most of my hunting on my days off, and I actually do travel, go to different towns. In my area, I live in Hutto, so Round Rock. I haven't ventured out to Georgetown. That's a little bit of a drive, and I don't like paying tolls. I go to several little towns around here. There's some within 20-30 miles. And so on my days off, that's generally what I do, is hit the road, go find new places. I don't find diecast at Goodwill. I mean, diecast at Goodwill is non-existent. I don't know why. I see other guys' videos, from everybody from Retro Rick to everybody else, they finding all kinds of stuff, but I don't find anything, which is okay. And I hit up all the other places, CVS, Walgreens. I hit, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, other Walmarts besides my own because they suck. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My store is great, but we don't get diecast, not that often, man. And I do get a chance to see other collectors out, and about, and I get to know them, and hopefully turn them onto my channel and onto my Instagram, to see what I'm working on. In fact, you can kind of see what I'm working on here. Yeah, a couple of Blazers there, and I went ahead and restripped that Bugatti again. That's that blood red Bugatti that the clear coat wrinkled up on me. Stripped it again, did a nice fade with all these, so I'll be putting decals on them. I lost my decals for 2 days. Finally found them just a while ago looking for another car. Figure that. But anyway, I just want to show y'all the very few super treasure hunts that I do own, and tell you a little bit about them. So let's get started. First one I got, 2019 Audi R8 Spider. Let's open this one up so you can see it a little bit better without this protector pack. But isn't that a beauty? First super treasure hunt I ever found. And I love an Audi R8 Spider, man. There is actually a guy that lives fairly close to me, and I've been up behind him sometimes at the stoplight coming home, and every time I'm behind him, I roll down my window so I can hear this engine take off as he hits the gears, man. It is such a finely tuned engine, man. Audi, ooh, y'all did great on this car, man. Absolutely, it's a thing of beauty, man. And the sound is just, it's very unique, and I love it. So this holds a special place in my heart. I mean, just because I've seen one, I've heard it, and it's my first one, so super happy. This is one of my favorite. I need to display these instead of keeping them in this box. Second treasure hunt that I've ever had is a 300ZX, the twin turbo, and I actually didn't find this one. I got a friend who I talk her ear off, because all I talk about is diecast, and so she listens to everything that I was saying, and actually she listened pretty intently because she actually found this and waited till I came to work, a couple days later, and she goes, "Hey, is this one of the ones that you're always talking about, the super treasure hunt?" I'm like, heck yeah, it is. And she goes, "Great, I saved it for you." And so yeah, my second treasure hunt was a gift from a friend. How sweet is that? Thank you, Laura. I mean, that's freaking awesome. Again, it's in that blue color though. I really think Hot Wheels, you need to pick another color besides this blue. Give it something else. I mean, it looks great. I love the wheels, but I think we've seen blue, that dark blue, way too many times. All right, next one up. This one. Boom. The Grand Sport Roadster. And I actually own this version in several variations, but that color, man, that color, And I was actually, I don't ever shop at my Walmart on my days off because, you know, when you go in, they want to talk to you about everything. But I actually went in for dog food because I was in the area, popped in, and I happened to be going by toys, going to the pets department, and I saw the blue sitting up on top, literally sitting up on top. And I was like, no freaking way. There's no freaking way. And sure enough, that's what it is. Treasure hunt, baby. Love the blue. Not a big fan of this casting. I don't like it in the Roadster. I like it with the hard top, you know. But again, super treasure hunt. It's in a blue color I like. And yeah, I wasn't gonna leave it behind. Y'all be crazy. But yeah, so that was the third treasure hunt that I've gotten. This one, same kind of deal. I happened to be saw that they had dumped in some new cars in the dump bin, so I was going through stuff for customs and, you know, castings I didn't have that I was looking forward to. And I moved about 2 or 3 cars, and I saw this color just in the blink of a second as the car settled back in place. And I dug it and I found it, man. Not a big fan of this casting. I really don't like these color contrasts that they do on this car. But the wheels look great. The blue looks great. Reminds me of like a Gulf livery, you know. So again, this was just a happenstance. Laying in the dump bin. They must have just dumped it, or no one was coming in looking for cars that day, and I just happened to be walking by, and there she is. There she is. I wish they had put the extra effort into the, you know, lights and stuff like that, but yeah, it is what it is. It's a super, and it's mine. Okay, so next one. This was one of those weird things. I stopped by my, you know, Disappointment General on the way home, you know, pick up a few things, you know, grab a 6-pack, to be all honesty. And I said, why not? They haven't had cars in a while. Let's see if they got anything. They had cars. And guys, I'm not lying, guys and girls, y'all. I'll just say y'all for now on. This was just literally on the top of the pegs. I'm like, are you freaking serious? Porsche Outlaw 356 in the Gulf livery, which I absolutely love a Gulf livery. And I'm trying my best to collect as many Gulf liveries as I can because I just love it. And man, let's take this out. That has got to be my favorite super treasure hunt to date, next to the Roger Dodger, which I do not have. But man, the color, there's nothing wrong with this car. I love it. I actually owned a little lightweight stick shift, a 68 Opel Kadett, you know, back when I was a young man, newly married. Like a 1.0 liter engine. I mean, it took me 20 minutes to get up to, you know, 50 miles an hour, but it was fun to drive. And I can just imagine this was fun to drive too. But yeah, this is by far my favorite super treasure hunt that I own. Absolutely gorgeous. And this light's not doing it justice. I mean, it's a beautiful light blue color. A little bit darker than the Corvette and the Sesto Elemento, but still gorgeous. The next one is another one of my favorites. Of course, they're all my favorites, but this one's really my favorite. This purple truck, man, I didn't think I would ever find it. And I had a customer stop me at work. Actually, she stopped a buddy of mine and said, hey, when are you gonna put out that dump bin on Hot Wheels? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then my buddy goes, oh yeah, there's one over here on the top of this this pallet over here in sporting goods. I'm like, really? So we haven't had a dump bin in a while. So I mean, we're talking like late October last year, you know, early beginning of November. And sure enough, there was a new dump bin with like 12 or 13 cases to dump in it. And I let her open them, and she pulled out at least 6, if not 7 of these, right? And she's just gushing, just dragging out cars, you know, and like, there's nothing I can do about it, you know. And she says, well, is there anything I can thank you, you know, is there anything I do to thank you? I said, well, you can give me one of those purple trucks. And lo and behold, She left. I figured that was over and said with, and she came back with a bag. She had gone to electronics and actually bought it, put it in a little bag with the receipt, and handed it to me right there on the sales floor. And so this has been one of my favorites, because I mean, I was watching her just taking every one that she found, and like, I couldn't believe, I've never seen that many cases with super treasure hunts in my life ever. And I open up a lot of cars to put on the shelf at work when I work toys, and that's the first time I've ever seen like every case have a super treasure hunt in it. But I got one, and I'm happy with that. Super happy. And then I have this beauty, and I didn't find it, but someone on Instagram found me, and we were talking, and I had something he wanted, and he had something I wanted. And next to the Roger Dodger, this was like my holy grail that I really absolutely wanted, and he had one, and we talked to trade, and you know, he mailed his and sent me the tracking. I mailed mine and sent him the tracking, and so now I own this Cougar, which is one of my favorite castings that Hot Wheels has ever done. And this green, this emerald green with the flames and the wheels, I love the wheels on this. Dude, I never made a trade so fast or happy in my life. Ever. But that's it, man. I mean, that's what I got. So what I got here? I have 7 super treasure hunts in the 3 years since I started back collecting heavily. That's not really good, because there's how many a year? 15? So there should be 45 treasure hunts, and I only own 7 out of 3 years. Yeah, my winning streak is not great. But I did find something, and it's not a super treasure hunt that I was particularly excited about, but it was a treasure hunt that a friend asked me to keep an eye out for. And when someone asks me to look for something, I'm gonna look. I'm like a bird dog. I'm gonna keep hunting until I find what you're looking for, you know. And so I did find the 2020 C8 Corvette. And guys, I told him too, just like I'm gonna tell you, not my favorite casting. I love C8 Corvettes. I love C8R Corvettes from Hot Wheels. I have every color variation that there is right now, including the red edition. But in all honesty, on the basic, Matchbox does it better. And again, they use the same stinking blue color, which I'm not a... I love the blue, don't get me wrong, but how many times can you do a super in the same damn color? Sorry I said damn, I'm trying not to cuss. But, and these wheels, I like the wheels, but these aren't chrome. This is like a flat gray, looks like a trash can kind of gray color. Not my favorite thing. But my buddy Chris at Chris's Junkyard Designs, he asked me if I would keep an eye out for it, you know. And in all honesty, I've only found one of the basics. I've only found one basic, so they're pretty hard to come by, let alone a super. So yeah, this is going to Chris, because you know Chris is my buddy. And only reason it's not in a protector pack, Chris is gonna open it. Chris, how are you telling me? Save your protector pack, man. I'm just gonna open it up. I'm like, sweet. I use that for something else that I like, you know. But yeah, so this is going to Chris, CJD at Chris's Junkyard Design. This is going to his box. You know, I got a little box going over there for him. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna go to someone that's gonna appreciate it. Like I said, I wasn't super excited when I saw this, you know, on Ministry of Diecast and a couple other guys' channel. I was not impressed with it, but he loves it, and it's not a bad looking car. It's just not, it's not super to me. Let's just say that. It's not super to me. So, but yeah, guys, I mean, that's all I got. I own 7 Super Treasure Hunts, 8 here, but it's not mine, so that's going to Chris. And yeah, so any of y'all that have comments saying, oh, you work at Walmart, you get all the good stuff. No, I don't. I have to hunt like the rest of y'all, you know. And I get up on my days off, you know, most of the time it's on Tuesday. There ain't a lot of traffic on Tuesday, so I get up, go make my taco run, hit the Dollar Generals and everything on the way to these different Walmarts and CVS and Walgreens and you know, AutoZones and O'Reilly's, man, and I'll make around. I'll spend 2-3 hours, you know, fuel by breakfast tacos, and I go hunt. Sometimes I find, sometimes I don't. Sometimes my honey hole Dollar Tree has a bunch of stuff for me. Sometimes it ain't got nothing for me, you know. But that's how it is. That's how it is for all of us. Some days you go and the pegs are full. Some days you go and they ain't crap. In all honesty, there is not. But I'm happy with the 7 I got. You know, 2 of them not really attached to, but they do have sentimental value. But I got the ones I really like. The only ones I'm missing is the Roger Dodger. That'd be the only other treasure hunt that I really like. I can't think of another one. I mean, I watched all the cases, you know, the case openings and stuff, and I don't think there's really another one that I really like, you know, except for the Roger Dodger. But anyway, that being said, thank y'all for stopping by the garage. You know, as always, be safe, be well, and be kind. Always be kind. You know, friendliness is free, right, Brandon? So then, until the next time you're at the garage, I'll see you later, grease monkeys.